I want to ask you guys a question. What was your first introduction to Japan? Like, seriously. For most people who come from the West, their first introduction in Japan is popular culture, and that being anime, how it's said in the West. Anime, right? Anime, animation here in Japan. It's kind of like in the West, if you're a person that likes anime, you get that title put on you, Japanophile, or you're a weeb, right? But not so much here, because there's so many people who get into it, right? You have 45-year-old men who go to like convenience stores and watch and read Shonen Jump or read their favorite mangas, and you have older ladies who read manga today, who watch animations today. Some of the biggest productions in Japan are animations. That being said, I'm gonna put you on game. I'm about to validate you real quick. Yohji Yamamoto, you've probably heard this news. I'm not sure if a lot of people did, but Yohji Yamamoto's Japan-only line, Ground Y, has just done a collaboration with the famed animation Ghost in the Shell. Right? So this was announced about 3 weeks ago on their Instagram, the Ground Y Instagram, or the Yohji Yamamoto Instagram. But I saw it and I was like, I don't really have a chance to touch this. So I went to the Ground Y store and I checked out some of the pieces, and I was floored. The thing about Ground Y is, let me put you on Ground Y real quick. I love Ground Y. And what a lot of people get wrong about Ground Y is they tend to think that it's just Yohji Yamamoto's kind of like more affordable line that keeps the Yohji Yamamoto aesthetic intact. But Ground Y is actually Yohji Yamamoto's street fashion line. Whoa! That's what it's really considered. If you don't know anything about Ghost in the Shell, it's made in 1995 under director Yohji Yamamoto. It is a classic. Not the one that came out with the homegirl, Scarlett Johansson. The one that came out in 1995. I'm telling you, they got everything in this collaboration. They got tees with Major Kusanagi on there. They got shirts with concept art on there. It's ridiculous. One of my favorites. The pants that they have, the full polyester pants, actually feature images, iconic images from the animation. It's kind of emulsified in there. It looks amazing. They probably did use dye emulsification on these. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Screen printers know what I'm talking about. But what's great about it is it still has that drape, that Yohji feel. And it really puts me back in the mode, because last year when it came to fashion, for me, personally, I was shying away from the Yohji style. I was like, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that yet. But after seeing this Ghost in the Shell collab, I was like, I can do this. I'm down. I can still dabble in my casual stuff. Keep it casual. I can still dabble in that. You guys know, if you've been watching the channel for some time, I really get into tech, but not like extreme tech. I like a lot of functional clothing. But in the summer months, you can't wear it. But that nice flowing drape of Yohji, that seems like something I can get down with. There's one standout piece. I told you about the pants. The pants are ridiculous. The imagery on the pants, the t-shirts, ridiculous. But the one standout piece is the gown. It's kind of like the shawl, the long cardigan. It's full 100% polyester, and it features in the top where the shoulders are, features that ending of the first scene of the movie in Ghost in the Shell. It's beautiful, man. I saw it in the store. I was like, oh my God, how much is this? Knowing that Ground Y is a bit cheaper than the Yohji mainline, this piece is actually a little bit more expensive. It's 17,800 gurai, which is around $1,780. But there's another brand, and what I mean by the social stigma isn't applied to animation as it is in other places like America. That social stigma of it's anime, it's kind of corny. Companies like Uniqlo, celebrating Shonen Jump, 50 years of Shonen Jump. 50 years. Shonen Jump is basically a magazine, a publication that comes out every month. I think it's every month. That showcases popular manga, right? Up and coming. Dragon Ball used to be in there. Dragon Ball Super is in there. Naruto is in there. Bleach was in there. All of those. They're all in there. Gintama, all of that. They're all in there. So very, very popular. And they're celebrating 50 years of this. So they brought out some t-shirts. I actually have some of those t-shirts, but I'm not going to show them on this show. I'm going to show you a little bit later. But yeah, Uniqlo's into it because the social stigma isn't there. It's popular culture, right? It's a part of the popular culture. The other thing is even other brands that aren't really into, you really don't see that where that connection can be made, also do collaborations with animations. There's a brand called Glam, which really identifies itself as a grunge luxury brand, right? It's like grunge luxe. It's not too expensive. It can get up there, but it's not super expensive. I think it's amazing, honestly. Glam is one of my favorite brands out here in Japan, as far as that look is concerned. They do a lot of different silhouettes, but that being said, they just did a collaboration with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Whole bunch of tees, a slew of tees came out from Glam with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And you would think that it would be tasteless, but it fits right in line with the brand. And those are pretty dope as well. You see these all over the place. Dickies Japan did a collaboration with Dragon Ball. Nobody heard about it. Nobody talked about it. That was a while back. Back when I was still trying to figure out what I could talk about. But Dickies Japan did a collaboration with Dragon Ball. You don't get to see it. So what does that mean? That means that you need to get this information, and I have to take it upon myself to make sure that you get it. But that's the whole thing about Japan when it comes to this fashion scene. It's not about where something is supposed to be, because in Japan, the body of work, respecting an artist or director's body of work is more important than, oh, does it fit? We'll make it fit because it's a part of the Japanese consensus. Japanese director who's famed, Mamoru Oshii. Japanese fashion designer who's famed, Yohji Yamamoto. Yeah, that works. Let's put it together. Let's make it happen. So there you have it. You can actually add that to your wardrobe. And that's what I talk about when I keep on saying go deep into the complexities of what you like, your interests, and don't be afraid to showcase that. There is a standard in fashion that we recognize all over the place. We recognize it. We say, oh yeah, that's hot, that's dope, because it's easy to understand it, because it's the standard. The only thing that I would like to add to that is taking chances with your interests, because your interests can really bring out your outfits. You walk around with a Ghost in the Shell shawl that's in a Yohji style, and you just walk with it in confidence, and you like that style, nobody's gonna tell you that your jug is whack. You feel comfortable in it. They can think it's crazy. They can think all kinds of things that they want, but they're not wearing that. That's crazy, right? I love it. I love it. So for me personally, I've decided that, yeah, I'm going fully in that direction. I'm not gonna miss out on collaborations like this. And the shawl is still there. The pants are still there, but I'm gonna go in this direction. Personally, I want to go in this direction. I like Yohji. Plus, I want to be an old guy just floating around everywhere. That's what I want to do. So, that being said, let me know what you think about the Ghost in the Shell Yohji Yamamoto collaboration in the comments, and the other collaborations that I showed you today. You know, with the Dragon Ball and we had Dragon Ball and Dickies. That was a while back. You had Glam and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's pretty dope. And then you had the Uniqlo and the Shonen Jump collaboration. Let me know what you think about anime interjecting itself into not only just budget fashion, fast fashion, but actually designer fashion as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. But Most importantly, give a thumbs up if you like this video, and keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. As always, you can find out more about these brands in the description. I'm gonna have links to all of those brands, so go ahead and check those out. See you guys in a minute.